Hey guys, it's Katie. Welcome back to my channel. Today I've got a makeup tutorial for you on this look right here. I'm seriously obsessed with it. I feel like I've got like fire flames coming from my eyes or something, and the colors are perfect for those in fall. And the best part is I use all drugstore / affordable makeup, so this is a very budget friendly video. So I really hope that you enjoy. Be sure to subscribe to my channel before you leave if you haven't already, and check out my social media links below. And if you'd like to learn how to create this fiery look, then just keep watching. So I'm going to go ahead and prime my face, and I'm going to use the Milani Prime Perfection Face Primer. And this is hydrating, and it will just really smooth the skin, prep it for the foundation. And I'm just using my fingers to rub this into my skin. For foundation, I'm going to go in with the LA Girl Pro Coverage HD Foundation in Fair. This is one of my favorite foundations, not just drugstore or affordable, one of my favorite foundations all around. I just love the finish. It's nice and full coverage. It has like a nice dewy glow to it. I'm obsessed. I'm just going to dot this around my face. As usual, just matching it to my neck because I am fake tanned. And I'm just buffing this in with a Sigma flat kabuki brush. And I'm just making sure to really buff around my hairline because we obviously don't want it to look like we're wearing a mask. For concealer, going in with one of my favorite drugstore concealers, and that is the Maybelline Master Conceal Camouflaging Concealer in Fair. I love the coverage on this. I kind of wish this had a doe foot applicator rather than like a squeezy tube, but that's alright. We just got to work with what we've got. Just applying this to the center of my face as well. I'm going to go back in with that foundation brush that we used just to buff that concealer into the foundation. Before we set the face, I'm going to use a little bit of a liquid highlighter just to get our skin looking nice and glowy. So I'm going to use the Maybelline Master Strobing Liquid in 100 Light. And I'm going to apply this to the back of my hand and then go back in with that same Morphe Y10 brush and just start applying this to the tops of my cheekbones. Again, just going in with that foundation brush just to buff out. What is this? Just to buff out the edges. To set the face today, I'm going to use the Rimmel Match Perfection Silky Loose Face Powder. And this reminds me of the Kat Von D Lock-It Setting Powder. Like, it's good and it does its job, but it is very powdery, like, woo! And I'm just very powdery, like I said. And I'm just going to lightly tap this over my face, not rubbing because we don't want to move all the liquids that we've just put down, but just to set them into place so that they don't move throughout the day. Okay, so let's warm up the skin. So I'm first just going to contour with the NYX Highlight and Pro Contour Palette. I'm just going to take this cool shade here and just run this in my cheekbones and sculpt them out a little bit. Now let's go into this warm shade here, and I'm just using a fiber brush and I'm going to warm up my skin with this. So just applying it above where I applied the contour, bringing it around my temples as well as around my forehead and hairline. And I'm really going in with this bronzer because I just want to look really bronzed, okay? I'm really pale and I just want to look bronzed. I just want a touch of color to my face, so I'm going to take the Essence Matte Touch Blush in 20 Bury Me Up, and I'm just going to pop this on my cheeks just to add a little bit of color. And I always just bring it around my temples so that I have a nice flushed look to the face. Okay, so for highlighter today, I'm going to go in with the LA Girl Strobing Powder in 110. And I really like the LA Girl strobing powders. I think they're amazing quality. And this one's really nice because it's like a really light gold. It's like almost whitey, crystal-y, but then you turn and it's got like a little bit of gold. It's just really, really pretty. I think the quality's great. Let me just show you. I mean, how good is this? It's so pretty. I'm obsessed. Just popping that down my nose, as well as on my Cupid's bow. A little on the chin because why not? And then I think we are looking glowy and fabulous. So for my eyes today, I know that I want to do something quite warm and smoky and blown out. So I'm going to dip into the Jaclyn Hill palette by Morphe. And I'm going to begin by taking the shade Creamscicle on a nice fluffy brush. And I love these light orangey shades to pop in the crease, to act as a transition shade. They are just so beautiful. And I'm just, like I said, blending this in my crease. And I'm blending it upwards towards my brow bone. I'm now going to dip into the shade Hunts on a slightly more tapered brush, and this is like a burnt orangey shade, and I'm just going to be applying this below Creamscicle and blending it into my crease. And I'm working really lightly with this shade because I want it to be really blown out and not harsh whatsoever. And I'm just going to be going back and forth between this brush and the first brush we use with Creamscicle just to blend everything out. And just like all Morphe palettes, these shadows blend like a dream. They're so pigmented, so easy to work with. I'd highly recommend purchasing Morphe palette, the Jaclyn Hill palette. I love them all. So just keep blending between the shades. I've only dipped into both shades once, so that's great because there's less product on the brush now. So that's great for blending the shadow out. So I think I want to incorporate some black shadow into today's look. We definitely don't want to go straight in with the black though, because that's when things start to get messy. We want a nice gradient, gradually building up to the black. So I'm going to take the shade Mocha, which is this nice warm dark brown shade, and I'm taking that on a Zoeva soft definer brush, which isn't a round fluffy brush. It has a nice taperedness to it, so it's really gonna tuck in that crease nicely. And again, I'm just gradually building this shade, so just applying it in the crease and then going back in with the first brush we used to blend everything out. And I think I'm going to be creating a half cut crease look today. So I'm really focusing the shadow in the crease so we have some nice definition when we cut the crease. So as I said, we're going to gradually build up to that black shade. So I'm now going to take Central Park, which is this dark, cool toned brown on that same brush. And I'm really going to start to tuck that into my crease to add some definition and intensity into this look. And once again, I'm going to go in and I'm going to take a little bit more of Hunts, which is that burnt orange shade, because we don't want to lose that nice orange shade that we have in this look. So I'm going to take a bit more of that orange just to blend those darker shades out. Okay, so as I said, I'm going to be creating a half cut crease look today, and I'm going to be applying some gold in that half cut crease, and I want to apply some black in my outer corner, maybe bringing it up and around that half cut crease. But I don't want to go from gold straight to black. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my finger and get a little bit of Hunts, just so that it's really pigmented, and I'm going to be applying that right before that outer corner, so that we're going to go when we carve out the half cut crease, so that we're going from like gold to orange to black, just so that nothing is harsh. It all looks nice and soft and blended. It looks a little bit weird at the moment. It's not really blended. We'll fix all that. No stress. So now going in with that black shade, and I'm taking it on that same Zoeva brush that I've been using for the browns, just because I've been really liking this brush. So I'm now going to use a really light hand and just tuck this in the crease and the outer corner. Again, just blending everything out using the other brushes that we have used so far. We just want everything to look super blown out and blended. Okay, let's start carving out this half cut crease. So I'm going to take some more of that same Maybelline concealer, and we're going to take a flat top synthetic brush. Let's just go ahead and start carving out this cut crease. And I'm just going to dab the end of the half cut crease with my finger just to blend out any harsh lines, and so that the concealer kind of blends out and fades into the eyeshadow. I'm just going to take some of the shade in Lighten, which is just like a bone shade from the palette, and I'm just going to be applying this over the top just so that the concealer is all set and it doesn't crease. I just went ahead and cut the crease on the other eye, and as you can see, we still have some of that orange peeking through, which creates a nice gradient blendedness to the look. So the Jaclyn Hill palette does have a nice gold, but just not really the gold that I'm after. So I'm going to dip into some Makeup Geek shadows. They're really affordable, budget friendly, amazing quality. So I'm going to take the shade Magic Act, which is one of their foiled eyeshadows. I'm first just going to spritz my brush just so that the shadow is a little bit more pigmented, and then I'm going to take that and apply it to the inner corner of that cut crease. And I am gradually going to be blending this shadow into a darker gold. So I'm just applying this to the inner corner, leaving the outer half of that cut crease bare. I'm also going to take that and apply it to the inner corner just so that we have a really nice gold highlight. Now I'm going to go into the shade Untamed, which is again a foiled eyeshadow. I'm just going to use the same brush, spritz it first just so that the shadow is going to be super duper pigmented, and I'm going to apply this just between that first gold shade that we applied and that orange shade. And I am just going to apply it first, and then I will blend these shades together. I am loving this, and I'm loving this brush as well. I only picked it up yesterday. It's the Zoeva Luxe Precise Shader Brush, and it's a synthetic flat top brush, and it's packing on shadow so beautifully. Okay, so I'm now just going to blend everything out. So I'm going to go back in with some Magic Act and blend between those two gold shades. I've also got a bit more of Hunt's, which is that burnt orange shade, on my brush, and I'm going to be blending the end of that half cut crease. So I want a little bit more definition into this half cut crease, so I'm going to go back into the black shade from the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going to take that on a Sigma winged liner brush, and this brush is amazing for precision work, and I'm going to line and carve out this half cut crease. So I'm going to line where the eyeshadow ends and where the foiled shadows begin, and I'm going to take that and then blend it into the rest of the black shadow that we have on the outer corner of our eye. And then just blending that harsh line out. Okay, so let's quickly do the lower lash line. So I'm going to go back in with Hunt's, and I'm going to begin by running this under my lower lash line and kind of smudging it out to go with the rest of the look. Then on a more precise brush, going back in with some of Central Park and tucking this closer to my waterline so that we have a nice smoky look. And then finally just running some Abyss, which is that black shade, just really applying it close to my waterline and just focusing it on the outer half of my eye. I'm going to take the Maybelline Master Precise Skinny Eyeliner, and I'm going to tightline my eyes and line my waterline with this. And I love this pencil. It is so creamy and pigmented and just glides on the eye. Now time to coat the lashes with some mascara to finish off the eyes. So I'm going to take the Milani Big and Bigger Lashes, and this is a volumizing mascara. So I'm going to start with this. And that mascara did a perfectly great job, but I just want to go in with some of the L'Oreal Telescopic Extra Black Mascara, and this is amazing for lengthening my lashes. So I'm just going to be applying that to the tip of my lashes. I'm just quickly highlighting the brow bone with that same LA Girl highlighter that we used on our cheeks. Before I do my lips, I'm just going to quickly set my face with the NYX Dewy Finish Setting Spray. So usually with these warm gold smoky looks, I wear a brown lip. I think the combination together is so beautiful, but because I usually do that, I wanted to wear something a little bit different today and go for a orangey nude shade. So this is the Velour Liquid Lipstick by Jeffree Star Cosmetics in Hunty, and his prices are very comparable to brands like Morphe. His is $18 US, whereas the Morphe liquid lips are $15 US, so I think that it's very affordable, and that is what I'm going to be using today. And here is the finished look. I really hope that you enjoyed the video. I had so much fun filming it, so thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys!